I personally I personally am an NTSC player because I play on the Wii U Virtual Console, and I'm a American, so I don't know. I like the big text because we had someone in chat ask which one we prefer.
Oh, okay. I mean, I've personally, I mean, I'm from America, so I own the original cart for the Big Tex Mega Man. But I'm currently trying PB attempts on Rockman just because it's what's on the EverDrive.
Yeah. Well,
so I think my stream might be a little bit behind, so I'm gonna count on you for a second here, Lori, while I figure things out.
I'll do a quick buffer as we're into Cutman stage. Gotta stop talking about Mega Man now. I mean, this is Mega Man's game, but this is Cutman's stage. And in Cutman's stage, there's not anything too particular. You're gonna see a lot of really tricky jumps and a lot of enemies that are going to not want to be nice to you.
Yeah, and Cutman, we visit here first because in Elecman's stage, there is a weapon called the Magnet Beam, which a couple of years ago there was a trick found that you could obtain that weapon early, and that weapon allows you to place platforms, and that's really useful for doing a lot of tricky skips in this game. And Elecman is weak to the cut weapon, so we visit Cutman first for those reasons, and the Magnet Beam doesn't save too much time in Cutman's stage, so as a result,
Magnet Beam doesn't save too much time in the stage, and then the rolling cutter against Elecman is just so good.
Yeah, it does a third of his health with each hit, so it makes the fight way faster. The Elec fight with Buster is very slow.
Yeah. And very risky, too.
Lori, what timestamp are you at right now on the timers?
I'm currently hitting 135.
Oh, okay, sick. Alright, I'm caught up. That's good.
Nice, alright. And one thing you've been seeing them do throughout a lot of the stage was you're seeing some sort of weird pause. This is a feature in multiple NES games. If a start button brings up like a menu, the select button will do some sort of soft pause where it just kind of freezes the game in place. And you can use this to stop Mega Man from being knocked back in this game.
And the other feature
that a few times throughout the stage so that they don't take knockback and they don't have to waste time with the knockback.
You'll also be seeing that against a lot of bosses, and both getting a solid 216, a really close race here. Another thing you'll be seeing the select glitch for is that enemies' hitboxes keep running while you're paused, so you can actually press select while an item is still, your weapon is still on Elecman. It hits him the first time, and you quickly pause the game, and you can run his hitbox out while he's not moving. And as a result, you can hit him twice, or 3 times, or 4 times with one shot. And as a result, that's a very fast way to take out the bosses.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say pull out the speed sinks here, but in the time it took you to say that, it looks like StreamLine has managed to pull ahead. Well, Dexter's struggling a little bit here.
Yeah, definitely. Elecman stage is very tricky. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This vertical stage is really tricky for platforming and enemy management.
Yeah.
And that trick I was talking about earlier is going to come up here in a few screens after this upcoming corner jump.
Corner jumps are not fun.
So StreamLine's passed the corner jump, that's good. Dexter also passed the corner jump. Alright, so I'm going to start explaining the Magnet Beam early.
Yep.
So, this is a feature, or a glitch rather, in Mega Man 1 and 2. If you press down and B for one frame at the same frame on the top of a ladder, you can grab a top part of the ladder that you're not supposed to be able to. And if you shoot to the left and then press up, you can get stuck in the ceiling above you and zip around the walls. And this can allow you to access the Magnet Beam before you have Gutsman's weapon. StreamLine doing it right here. We're hoping he doesn't get stuck in that little block. StreamLine's good.
Use free. Dexter?
Dexter also no soft lock. There we go.
Right. Yeah, thank you.
Both with about 403 grabs.
Mm-hmm.
Dexter just a few seconds behind, actually. But now you see the Magnet Beam, and this is a really useful weapon. It allows you to place, platforms, so you can traverse ladder screens and everything like that. Dexter's health really low. He's going to have to be really cautious about the upcoming Big Eye. Otherwise, he won't be able to he'll get sent back to a way earlier checkpoint.
Yes. The checkpoint is stupidly early in this stage. So Dexter's gotta watch out here.
I would imagine he'll use some magnet beams. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, geez, that scared me.
Yeah, that was really close, actually.
Usually I try and, like, put my first beam to the left to see if I can get above him to the point where he's not a threat by the time he reaches me.
So Dxtr can actually make up some time here. StreamLine's ladder climb wasn't super fast. He had to wait one cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, StreamLine getting trolled a little bit by Electman here.
But still able to take him out.
Yep.
I can imagine how safe Dxtr would play this.
Yeah. So
Good
both
fight.
sub 520 solidly.
Yeah.
So Iceman stage is a really dangerous one. It's typically a pretty standard stage without the magnet beam, but with the magnet beam, this stage is dangerous, has several pixel perfect tricks, and they're going to be doing their first set of zips here. And what that is when you place the magnet beam a certain amount of pixels from a ceiling or a floor, and you put Mega Man in between that magnet beam and the ceiling, the game pushes you out because it thinks you're within the wall, or the ceiling rather. And StreamLine going to do his first one here, and a second. Gets the zips over the water. Dxtr also looks like he's got the perfect pixel. Nice.
There they are.
Racers. StreamLine then just did the first ice wrap. Dexter's got the pixel as well. You can zip across the top of the ceiling, because NES screens wrap vertically. And so by zipping into the topmost corner and then jumping, you can actually change screens. This is a very useful trick. StreamLine doing another one here. Perfect Iceman from StreamLine so far. Rough little mess up there for Dxtr. StreamLine, yeah, with an incredible Iceman. Both corridor zips as well. Every trick you just saw StreamLine do was pixel perfect. So he did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them in this stage alone.
Jeez.
That's a 652. That's crazy, honestly. That's really fast.
And I didn't mention them at StreamLine when StreamLine did it, and I didn't see if he did them, but Dxtr pulled off some really nice boss corridor zips there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use the magnet beam, and if you're in the right pixel, you can jump on the magnet beam and put yourself in a weird position where you're kind of in the ceiling, and the game does not want you in the ceiling.
So Fireman also a stage with a lot of zips. This first one, giving StreamLine a little trouble. Anything sub 7 out of Iceman is pretty strong. StreamLine was solidly sub 7. It's 653, so definitely pulling out a crazy race here. Another wrap here from StreamLine. Gets it first try. Upcoming is the famed fire zip. They're going to wrap into the screen above, and then place a beam at a certain height in order to zip within the floor just above them as if it were a ceiling. StreamLine going for it right here. Going for a really long setup. Wow!
Looks nice. There's fire in the fire.
Yeah, moving the fire pillar around. StreamLine playing like an absolute madman right now.
I think he is a madman. Ooh, nice.
So both Dxtr and StreamLine gonna make it out of fire. Iceman and Fireman back to back, definitely gauntlet stages. I mean, they are nothing to be scoffed at.
Absolutely.
And I'm interested to see what strats StreamLine and Dxtr are going to use in Bomb Man, because if you elect to use Iceman's weapon, the stage is pretty simple for the first 3/4 of it or so. But the meta these days is to use Magnet Beam for the entire stage. And it's really tough to maneuver the Sniper Joe in the later half with Magnet Beam, so I'm interested to see what they're going to switch to here. StreamLine doing Magnet Beam. Yes, Raju Pieru, the Grand Finals will be just after this best of 5. So Streamline has to really accurately place all of these beams to be just above the height of the Sniper Joe, and this is very slightly faster than using Iceman's weapon in this stage because it saves 2 pauses in the beginning of the stage, and it gives you the opportunity to zip really quickly. And now the long Bomb Man zip. That pixel's a little too high. That one's good. Streamline now going to go for this really long zip, and he's into the boss corridor.
Nice.
So Dexter's electing for the ice setup.
Yep. Still not a bad setup.
No, not at all. It maybe saves a second or 2 at most to use Magnet Beam there. He also gets the zip here, though, and gonna go for the long one here.
Both of them going with the faster setup, which is more common at a high level, but definitely not what someone like me has been learning on.
Yeah, so basically, since these beam setups are pixel perfect, a lot of them are actually similar heights, and there's something in the community we call the ice pixel, and what it is it's the pixel you use for that first zip in Iceman, the first big wrap in Iceman, and a lot of the zips are dependent on that exact setup, so as a result, if your muscle memory is strong for that, you can get a lot of zips in this game that are dependent on that exact height, and that one specifically in Bomb Man also depends on that same height.
And as you can see here in Gutsman stage, this is not a stage you were intended to have Magnet Beam in, as you can tell.
Streamline definitely pulling out all the stops here. I would imagine he'll go for a wrap here as well. Oh, he's actually going to forgo it, okay.
Yeah. Not looking at the greatest beam levels, I guess.
Right.
Also, the minor Joes are not very nice. Those are
No.
Joes.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, everything's a something Joe.
No, but they're not very nice enemies. Their throwing can kind of do what it wants.
Wow, corridor zips for Streamline as well.
Jeez, he's getting all the corridor zips.
Dexter, unfortunately, just a pixel or 2 too high on that zip. One lucky thing is that zip really doesn't save too much time. Streamline with really bad luck on Gutsman.
Gutsman is rude, honestly.
Yeah. Really easy way to lose, 5 to 10 seconds. But a 12-12! 12-11, 12-12, 6 robos, that's really, really good, especially in a race setting.
That's pretty good. Got a corridor zip, it's not the worst.
No, not at all. Wow. 12-11 in a race setting. Streamline setting himself up for a solid low 19. And we've got the special grab from Dexter. Those in the chat can throw it out there if they'd like. I'm not sure if we're technically supposed to say it.
I'm legally not allowed to finish this joke.
It's a very important trick. Streamline going for the Wily 1 zip here. This zip is really interesting. Oh, just 2 pixels too low. This zip is really interesting because we'll see if Dexter pulls it off, but if you zip too quickly into the wall, you die immediately. And so as a result, you have to pause for a second before you zip in, because the wall collision will kill you otherwise. We'll see if Dexter gets it here. He does! This is going to save about 8 seconds over Streamline, closing that gap.
Really does need to close that gap.
And it would be one thing if Streamline didn't go for it at all and had those extra magnet beams, but Streamline went for the trick and missed it, so he's at about the same deficit of beam ammo as Dexter is, but Dexter has an extra 8-second save.
Yeah.
So, Wily 2 has 2 refights. I wouldn't imagine either player will go for the refight skips, but with these 2, you honestly never know. Dexter electing to pick up the ammo, totally fair. I feel like I agree with Prissy's assessment, though. I think with the deficit that Dexter knows he has, he might go for Wily 2 skips. Those Wily 2 skips are dangerous, risky, soft lock heavy, but they save about 15-16 seconds if done properly.
Oh my god! I just like that yellow devil fight.
That's the swag line kill. Yeah, that's Streamline's signature Yellow Devil kill. Streamline, I doubt will go for Wily 2 skips. We'll see here. He does get a drop. Elects not to go for it. So yeah, I think we're not seeing the skips here.
I'm having trouble connecting to the...
Having trouble connecting to the internet, but Streamline's not having trouble connecting the dots against the refight against Cutman.
I said the word. Oh wow, a big jug for Dxtr. I said the word elects, and I woke up my Amazon Echo, so that's great.
I had to make a joke off of that situation. I'm sorry.
Dxtr indeed going for Wily 2 skips. We'll see if he gets subpixeled.
Don't get subpixeled.
Dxtr's in there. All right, first one done.
All right. Nice.
And he has to do the second one here. Has to, otherwise he soft locks. He's going for the safe setup that the Chinese player found.
Is that his name? Just the Chinese player?
No, I can't remember his username. Wow, almost misses it.
Oh, geez,
I can't remember the username. Wow, and then almost fell in the pit. Dxtr's giving me a heart attack.
That's why I exist. To give heart attacks to poor...
Somebody's gonna have to throw his username in the chat to give him credit. I can't remember his username.
Yes, please. Andy
Chen mode's huge. That's right. Chen mode's huge.
Okay. I didn't think I'd be able to pronounce that.
So Dxtr just saved with the way that the first couple jumps went, and the big jug probably saved about 9 or 10 seconds on Streamline. So the deficit, which was about 20 seconds, is probably now only about 10 or 12. So, and Andy's totally right. If we, dupes could really make the difference here. In Wily 3, it's 2 really important zips, and then block dupes. Lori, if you want to explain block dupes, you can go right ahead. I'm going to drink some water for a second.
Alright, well, I know you've been laying down the knowledge bombs this whole time, and I'll be honest, if that's not my strong suit when it comes to this game, but, I mean, you gotta know the dupes. What's gonna happen is there's going to be a boss where you're going to have to hit it with 7 guts blocks, but there's only going to be 4 in the arena. But on the last frame a block is on screen, or I think it's like the first frame after it's gone, somewhere around that point, you can grab the block again by pressing the button. I don't understand, honestly. It's just exciting to watch them happen.
So Streamline's having a lot of trouble with the zip setup. Gets it on his last beam!
On the last beam.
So Streamline now has no beams for Wily 4, so he's gonna have to go for a really tricky setup for the first Wily 4 zip. Dxtr making up tons of time. The deficit now down to maybe 6 seconds. Misses the first dupe. Doesn't get the second dupe. No third dupe! No dupes!
I'm mad.
No, wait, Dxtr.
Thank you.
1 dupe,
Right.
he needs 3, he needs 3 dupes. Okay, right. 1 dupe for Dxtr.
1 dupe over Streamline, at least. Oh my goodness, they're seconds.
This deficit
like 2
now,
seconds off.
2-second deficit, maybe. We have a race, ladies and gentlemen, and this is the first race of a possible 5.
Yeah, I'd actually, though, like to give the advantage to Dxtr, because he still has a beam.
This is true. Dxtr still has ammo in his magnet beam, whereas Streamline is going to have to go for a 2-beam setup here.
Granted, 1 ammo, so you better make that 1 beam count here, Dxtr. Actually, wait, there's ammo on the thing. I'm stupid, hi.
Right, but Streamline has to break both blocks, and has to go for a really unorthodox setup.
Gets it, though.
They're tied. They're essentially tied at this point. Dxtr going for the ice setup here. Perfect. Dxtr has closed the deficit and is now in the lead.
Look at that. And has a magnet beam for the refight skip done. Very well. Streamline has to go for the bomb setup, but...
Still gets it, though. Both runners. Wow.
Alright, we're heading into Wily.
Very possible we could see 2 sub-20s in this race.
That's crazy. I can't imagine that.
Already. What a lead change in Wily 3.
Yeah, that's like, what, is this 5 seconds between? I don't even know.
And of course, the race is not over until it's over. Dxtr duping his fire weapon the same way you dupe the guts block to save ammo.
Mm-hmm. And
1941 from Dxtr.
Oh my goodness.
And a 1947 from Streamline.
Yeah. SRL says Dxtr finished in first with 19 minutes 44, and Streamline with 19 minutes 50.
Going off their timers, when I was watching the last hit happen, we've got a 1941 from Dxtr and Streamline 1947.
I'm just going by SRL because that's usually what happens.
Right. That is that's two of the fastest times we've seen in this tournament, and it's in the bronze match, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, GG's to both players.
Absolutely. Alright, here we go. We have our best of 5 layout.
Yeah, there we go. Nice, nice.
One win for Dxtr.
And Dxtr was not feeling good about his play in the first half of the game, but the Wily stage has really turned it around. Man, that was a crazy race. And we're probably just going to jump right into the second race in a moment here.
Mm-hmm.
$18, and 18. Dexter's gonna get some water. Yeah, Streamline accidentally using his Rockman 2 splits instead of his Mega Man 1 splits.
Alright. Yeah. I think I wasn't listening to you for the past minutes, I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
Glass of water. Dexter's getting a glass of water. Did you say that?
I did say that, yes.
I'm bad at listening. Alright.
Who's keeping track with time? We're both just looking at the timers, you know, and making sure we understand who's ahead, who's behind.
The way that this channel works really is the people, whoever's restreaming is taking the stream and the person's stream, like the competitor, the racer's stream, I don't know the best word for that, and cropping out the gameplay and the timer so that we can use it with this race layout, so it's easier to tell who's connected to each other in terms of time, level, wins out of 5.
So, realistically, actually, I would say the one dupe Dxtr got probably... So, Dxtr got 1 dupe, and Streamline got none.
That dupe probably gave him...
It doesn't give you as much as you think. If you miss... Only getting 1 dupe loses about, I think it's 5 seconds over not doing dupes. Or it's 5 seconds over getting all the dupes, and it's like even with not doing any dupes. Something along those lines. Somebody who's more knowledgeable on that time data can correct me there, but that probably saved 2 seconds maybe over Streamline, so that started to close the gap even further. But Dexter's Wily 3 and 4 and 2 were just so solid that it closed the gap and put him in the lead.
Dxtr did not mess around at all in Wily, and that's good.
Yeah, for sure. So if you're just joining us, this is the bronze match for the Mega Man 1 All Stages tournament. We are competing for the 3rd place title here between Dxtr from Sweden and StreamLine119 from the US of A. Dxtr has pulled out an incredible win in the first game, but ladies and gentlemen, we could have at max 5 races to decide this title, so stick around. Looks like we're about to get started here. And here we go.
Gonna start shortly.
Second race beginning in 3, 2, 1.
There's delay. There's delay on our streams.
There's delay on the streams? Don't do that? No,
Yeah.
okay, I lied.
Yeah, no. We're still watching this from the racers. As I mentioned, the restream you're seeing now is the racers streams taken and put together. So we're still dealing with 1 bit of Twitch delay, even on our end.
Well, actually, the races haven't even started yet.
Listen,
In fact, the racers haven't even started playing the game yet, everyone. So
We
don't
don't-
even worry about it.
yeah, this is not a game. Okay, look at that frame perfect. Oh, never mind. We started.
Oh my god, they started!
Oh my god, I never thought it would happen.
Okay, so
Both
again,
the same
starting
points.
60,000!
60,000.
So no RNG frame loss here.
Oh. That's it. Dxtr won the race to better point scores.
Yep, that's it. That's how it works.
StreamLine lost the run.
In
So
the Wily
hard.
stages where all the points are the same.
Yeah. Please. Cutman. They look cool. Look at how in sync they are.
Yeah, Cutman,
my God.
Cutman is really all about... I know it's not RNG, Andy. I know it's based on which frame you select the stage on, but that's effectively RNG, because how often are you going to be able to control that? Anyway,
It's called twisted.
so, also that emote is fantastic. Cutman stage is really all just about execution, honestly. There is some luck involved in patterns, how the Susies move, but at the very least, the way you compensate for that change in Susie movement is a demonstration of skill in and of itself. Everything in the game is RNG, it knows. So, I don't know if we mentioned it before, but there's a screen wrap in Cutman's stage in this next screen here. And how it works is, like I said in the last race, NES screens scroll vertically when they're layered like this, and as a result, you can grab ladders at the bottom of the screen, at the top of the screen, because those screens are wrapping. And we can use zips to do this without ladders, but when there are ladders there, it's really easy, because you can just grab that ladder from the top of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
You'll also see the players avoiding the points drops, and really any drops when possible, because the health and weapon drops take time to fill up, obviously, and the point drops take time to fill up how many point multipliers you got at the end of the stage.
Yeah. So you usually don't want to grab stuff.
Both players low 217s. So you'll see there, Streamline picked up 7 point multipliers, and Dxtr picked up 4. I'm not sure exactly how many frames it is per pickup.
Too many.
Too many. Any amount is too many.
Yeah. Man, you can make too many mistakes in as well.
Yeah.
Anything can go wrong here.
So Dexter's definitely going to be looking for redemption. His last Select Man was definitely less than savory. So he's going to be hoping to clean it up. And these ladder shots, it's a really interesting strat, actually. The way in which these two players are likely doing it is you are holding A the whole time you're on the ladder, and you're pressing up, right, as you climb. And then the second you get parallel with the enemy, you just press left and B really quickly and then go back to going up. And you can drop off the ladder for 1 or 2 frames and shoot a shot.
Yeah,
Both players pass the corner again. Shooting to the music, very important. So we've got the Magnet Beam early again coming up here. Again, we're hoping for no soft locks. So if you get stuck in this little bunker here that the Magnet Beam is in, you get ND jailed. Both players good.
Yeah. Have we seen an ND jail this tournament? I've not watched every race, but...
I do not know, actually.
I personally usually don't get ND jailed. I'm a proud supporter of Guts First, and by proud supporter, I mean I struggle learning the zip. But,
Guts First is a noble route.
Yeah. The platforms are fun.
Realistically, and Andy can correct me with the actual data here. Magnet Beam early, if done perfectly, God, it's like 8 to 12 seconds the total time save from having it, you know, this early and getting it early. So if you take longer than that to get it, then it actually doesn't save any time.
Wow. That makes me feel a bit better about myself now.
Yeah, it really doesn't save too much. Streamline really struggling with this climb here.
Yeah,
Dxtr also messing up a little bit.
Alright, they're both into the fight.
Very dangerous health for both players, though. Nice. So, pretty much neck and neck. 520, 521 for both players.
Yeah.
This is a crazy matchup.
Iceman.
So again, Iceman is going to be a huge determinant for how this race is going to go.
Yeah.
Both players last time got a lot of the zips. Streamline getting an almost perfect Iceman last race. But you know, we'll see how it goes this time. Streamline got the setup again, and so did Dxtr. So they both are getting both over the water zips. Next zip here, Streamline good. Dxtr took 2 beams again. Dxtr got the bad break setup here. Streamline was too low. We'll see if he does something different. But Dexter's got the really fast bad break setup. Streamline goes for the old setup for this trick.
Well, they both get it.
Yeah. Wow. Both with solid Iceman stages. Dxtr with a 701 out of Iceman. Streamline with a 705. Both players are using console, but Dexter's setup is RGB. It's an RGB modded NES, so it outputs in a higher color grade. Is a very simple way of putting it. It's a higher definition output from the NES. Dxtr unfortunately zipping a little too far on that first zip. Wastes about half second. Yeah, the RGB modded NES is really something. Dxtr doing a very interesting setup for the fire zip. Fire wrap, both players getting it though. Both are doing the ladder setup. Streamline looks like he didn't really remember it for a second.
I always get so scared watching the zip.
It is a very, very tricky one. So yeah, we've got another lead change. This is probably the second or third lead change already in this race alone.
Yeah.
Streamline doing a little bit faster strat on Fireman. Saves about a second, that kill. Half second to a second.
Mm-hmm.
And last race, Dxtr went for the Ice Strat, while Streamline went for the Magnet Beam here in Bomb Man, but I would imagine Dxtr might actually do Magnet Beam this time. I don't know if he's practiced it, but since he knows he's playing a little bit better this race, he might go for it.
Yeah.
Nope, still doing Ice. So, side by side, you'll see the two different methods of approaching Bomb Man's stage. They don't differ too much, but the Magnet Beam is definitely a lot harder to do, and comes out saving about a second or two. Both players neck and neck, because Dxtr struggled a little bit with that ladder. So Streamline should pull ahead here from not having to menu. Both get the zip. There's the pixel. I thought. Okay, there we go. So the lead changes back to Streamline again. Nice. So Streamline does this really unconventional, very difficult setup for a zip towards the beginning of Gutsman, and it's very hard, and he didn't get it in the last race, but I'm intrigued to see if he's going to get it this time. He basically, after this first section, places a couple long beams. He did get it.
Like that. Nice.
You can see the bladers, and he gets the second one also. You can see all the textures and stuff get sprites rather get messed up.
I love that. No, Dexter's not too far behind at this point.
No,
Anything
not at all.
could happen.
Streamline's got both corridors. Very solid Gutsman stage from him. So his last 6 robos in the last race was 12-11.
Well, we got the grab.
We do have the grab again, 12-14, so only 3 seconds behind last race. Dxtr was... Cartina's correct. Dxtr was further behind last time. At this point. So 12:27, Dexter's last was a 12:36, I believe. So Dexter's about 8 seconds ahead of where he was last time, and Streamline's about 3 or 4 seconds behind where he was last time.
Yeah, so this is even closer than last race. And last race we saw a turnaround.
Yeah, exactly. Both players again gonna go for the Wily 1 zip.
Streamline taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, so and he does get the zip. No, 1 pixel too low. Wow.
Yeah, that looked low. Like, I'm someone who doesn't know anything about any of the zips in this game, and that looked low.
Dxtr here.
That looks...
Gets it. Yeah, that's correct. So Dxtr just made up 8 seconds on Streamline. And again, due to how many beams Streamline used, they're still even on ammo. So, really, Dxtr just gained like a free 8 seconds on Streamline. Streamline electing for both pickups there, not surprising. I would imagine Dxtr will do the same. Yep. Just wastes one of them on the ladder. That's great. We're probably going to see the swagline kill again from Streamline here. Watch Streamline's screen as he kills the Yellow Devil. Just misses it by one pause, but it is something else.
Same with Dxtr.
It's so fast. I need to implement that trick. So, yeah, I kind of agree with Cartina. I'm not sure Dxtr would go for Wily 2 skips unless he gets a big jug. We're hoping for no American footballs and a big jug. One drop, but not really enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cartina, I agree. So Dxtr not going to press his luck 2 times. Just going to go for solid play instead of the risky stuff. So you can see how, with Electman specifically, Electman's iframes are really long compared to some of the other bosses. So you literally shoot him with the cut weapon, wait in pause, and Dxtr accidentally selecting ice there. Wait in the pause for almost an entire second, and then, you know, unpause and repause. And also, they're doing another one of those ladder grabs here. I failed to mention this last time. But it's the same trick as the Magnet Beam early here, to be able to fall through these screens instead of traversing them normally. Did I use the word literally? That's the millennial in me.
Very sorry for not talking too much. I'm dealing with some stuff in the background right now, but
No worries. I can cover. Don't worry about it.
still looks like the race is pretty nice.
Yeah, very close. Dxtr probably about 10 seconds behind at this point. So I think about 14 seconds actually between the two players right now. Dupe's gonna be a huge factor in who wins this race. Streamline gonna elect to skip the first Wily 1 zip. This only wastes about 2 seconds. This is to save beams, I guess. That was really close. He almost got hit by that Suzy. Dxtr doing the same. Okay. Both players electing for a much safer strat here. Streamline first dupe. So you need 3 dupes to beat this boss perfectly. That's 2. He needs 1 more. So Streamline got perfect dupes.
Nice. Dxtr has gotten 1 so far. 2.
Needs 2 more. There's 2.
We're good. Can we get the swag dupe?
And Dexter's good. Swag dupe? Nope.
Yeah.
So now the only equalizer will be anything in the final stage here, Wily 4. Streamline's going to go for a special setup here for the Wily 4. Misses it? Yeah.
I've never seen that setup.
Yeah, so you do it without ever breaking a block. It saves 1 equip and is really fast.
I mean, yeah, it saves the equip. Dexter's just going the normal.
Struggling, really struggling
Oh, no.
here. He's gonna have to... I think we just watched him mentally resign from this race.
Well, no. There it goes.
He just stood there for a moment.
Streamline's on to Wily.
At that point, you've got to know that it's probably over unless something crazy happens. But anything can happen here against Wily, for sure. And Bombman was not nice to Streamline.
Get into that second phase.
Dxtr accidentally picking up the ammo as well. We're gonna see another sub 20 from Streamline here.
Jeez.
1933!
35 seconds SRL.
Wow!
And we're probably seeing it from Dxtr.
Beat my PB, that's crazy. In a race!
Yeah.
And a 1948!
51 for SRL. SRL delay is wacky.
That's 4 sub 20s.
Jeez. My PB is the 26th.
No room for breathing here for either player. They're really having to pull out all the stops in order to contend with each other.
So we're gonna be seeing at least 2 more games.
Yeah.
Because we have 1 victory on each side. Now it's just a best of 3 with a 2-match warm-up.
Yeah, exactly. So these players now dead even. I'm actually gonna step away for a second. I'll leave the commentary to you, Laura. I'll be right back in a few minutes here.
So, actually a pretty neat frame-perfect trick. If Streamline, you see the character running to the left right now, there's actually, you're scripted to walk, just keep walking here, but at the end of the credits there's like a frame, the game will let you actually jump, and so we'll see if Streamline gets that. It takes a little bit. Are we gonna have a 2v2? I don't know. Oh, nice jump. Streamline got that. Nice. That's not a frame perfect trick, I lied. It's like 3 frames. Nice. Oh no, I just don't know what to say. Ada went away for a second, and I'm left alone to... Oh,
Alright,
hey.
I am back.
I am not sleeping. I am, like, only partly sleeping.
Okay. Alright, we're Gearing up for the next race here. And I won't make the mistake of calling the start time too easy.
Nice.
So again, if you're just joining us, this is the bronze match to decide the third place winner of the Mega Man All Stages tournament. We are looking at a race here between Dxtr, representing Sweden, StreamLine from the US of A, and both players have 1 win so far in our best of 5 match. So at minimum, we will see 2 more races, but it's possible that we could see 3 more races. So stay tuned, and then just after that, we will have the grand finals of our tournament between ND Swee and Da Big Boy Cool Kid. And so stay tuned for that after this set as well.
Yeah.
Da Big Boy himself. Yeah, so far our bronze match not disappointing. Both players have only gotten 19s.
Just a heads up, for a little bit into the race, my mother said that in less than 10 minutes she's going to text me to bring help with groceries, so...
You gotta help with groceries, you gotta help with groceries,
You'll be left on your own for a little bit, I'm sorry.
That is okay, do not worry about it. Current world record holder is Cool Kid, with a low 18.
And you'll be seeing them in the finals match.
So again, Cutman, pretty cut and dry, haha. But yeah, the stage is really all about execution here. Nothing too out of left field in this stage. Really, it's just all about how solid your gameplay is. This stage is all about fundamentals.
Yeah, stuff like jumping at the right time, getting around enemies, cutting all the corners.
Hey, that's nice. That's nice.
That hurt. I'm not sorry.
Big John, don't judge me, please.
Don't judge me. You can judge Adef, I don't care.
Oh, okay, thanks. So Cutman, a good Cutman split. Both of these players definitely looking for something 116 or lower, but anything lower than like 115 is really solid. So like a 113 or a 114 is really something else.
Yeah. Looks like StreamLine takes the lead out of getting a better big eye pattern.
Yeah, and that's complete luck.
Mm-hmm. The most fun thing in Mega Man.
Oh, absolutely. .211 the dream. Never.
That was not bad from either.
214 from StreamLine, 215 from Dxtr. So like I was saying, really solid from both. The commentators for the finals will be Big John and the recent Big 20 champion, the Kov. So get excited for that. Lori and I will hand the mic grand final start for our boy Big John and the number 1, the Kov.
Number 1, the Cobb. They're the only the Cobb. Corn on the Cobb.
Corn on the Kov. He will
sorry.
never be anything else now.
I'm influencing the Mega Man community one bad pun at a time.
And also, Andy convinced that a 211 is possible. I'm not so sure. That's pretty fast.
You should probably do it in your next race, Andy.
Hey, yeah, Andy. If a 211 is so possible, let's see it.
Okay, don't. Oh no. I didn't want to start this. Don't blame me.
But anyway, coming up to the magnet beam grab here again. Again, hope to see no ND jails. Because that would be essentially an automatic win for the other player.
Yeah, that's 4 minutes lost, really.
Yeah. Challenge accepted. Alright, I'm excited. Dxtr good. StreamLine having a little trouble here with the turnaround.
Oh, geez, that scared me.
Goes for the climb there to make up for some lost time.
Yeah.
So the lead has changed again, and Dexter's back in it.
Yeah, StreamLine struggled there, and we good.
So this time, neither player really in danger health-wise going into the big eye. StreamLine, though, accidentally placing an extra beam there. That could come back to haunt him. Both getting short big eye patterns. So StreamLine's down 1 beam, if I'm not mistaken.
StreamLine's down the ladder.
Wow, wow! StreamLine's been having a lot of trouble with this climb today. 506 from Dxtr, it's a solid split. Looks like StreamLine's going to leave without about a 523, or maybe a little bit longer than that. $525.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, far from over, as Andy said. Iceman is a big equalizer. Dxtr, unfortunately, yeah, too high there on that beam placement, so having to use some extra beams here, actually, and this is going to give StreamLine a big chance here to catch up. Luckily, Dxtr getting the wrap.
Okay.
StreamLine too low. 2 pixels too low.
Yeah.
Dxtr a couple pixels too high for the bad break setup here.
Gets that at least, StreamLine.
Yep. Dxtr with the backup. StreamLine has the setup here for the bad break setup over this pit. So assuming all goes well, he'll have a zip here that'll save about 3 seconds over what Dxtr did.
Yeah.
And StreamLine with both corridors. 657 for Dxtr. That's fast. $709. So, I don't remember what I said. 67? Like 13 seconds between the two players? Nothing is impossible. There are no easy stages left.
Yeah. Does this game even have any easy stages?
No. No.
Your point still stands.
Even Cutman has its stuff.
Cutman is mean.
I agree. Dxtr with a really interesting setup here for the fire zip.
Gets it though, so.
Yeah, for sure.
Fire bar. I love that fire bar.
Yeah, the fire bar that gets scrolled too far.
Yeah. Fire bar, scroll too far.
I don't know where you're gonna go with this. StreamLine going with an alternate setup to zip through the floor here.
I can't rhyme words.
Totally fair.
Yeah. Totally. Fire. Stage from zip from Streamline.
Great. So both players getting to the end of Fireman. We'll see how Streamline does with these corridor zips. Gets the first. Little too high for the second one. But gets a backup really quick third one. Nice. 848 from Dxtr. So I'm looking at times based on sort of where my splits look compared to theirs. Dexter's on pace right now for something like mid to low 1920.
Dxtr is on good pace. Let's just go with that.
Very good pace.
Yes.
Again, you'll see differing strats in this stage. Streamline getting trolled by these bouncy guys a little bit. Streamline going to be using Magnet Beam in this stage, saving 2 pauses over Dxtr. Pace Picante. Sick, Link, sick.
I don't even know what to think.
Good pace.
Good pace.
Very spicy pace.
Ooh.
It is actually only 1 pause, now that you mention it. I said 2 pauses and then thought for a second that it might be 1, but I didn't want to correct myself. Then I sound weak, Andy.
And I'm not listening to you, so I can't correct you.
Damn. Andy hitting me with those fat facts anytime I make a mistake in commentary. Keeping me in check. I respect it. 1036 from Dxtr there.
Yeah.
Very fast.
We're probably going to be seeing 1050. Yup. 14 seconds difference. Nice.
Not an insurmountable gap for sure. Something that Streamline could definitely make up. Dxtr was very conscious there that he had to stall a bit on those Mets at the beginning, so he went for a setup where you jump off the first platform, rather than the more conventional jumping off this second one like Streamline's about to.
It's grocery time.
Yeah, this is true. Dxtr taking a moment to tell us in chat that he hasn't had a single gut zip yet. Besides corridors, he is correct. I don't think he's had one yet in our 3 races so far, so Streamline definitely making up time. But didn't look like Streamline actually got any either, so... No grab for Dxtr, but a 12-10! That's faster than the fastest 6 robos we've seen today. Streamline's stream pausing for me here. Not sure what the story is there. He will definitely continue to play while Streamline's stream is down. He's got the picnic. In the meantime, though, Dxtr going for the Wily 1-zip here. Gets it again, and that's 3 for 3 for Dxtr on the Wily 1-zip. IBN computing. That's a deep lore Mega Man reference for you fans out there. Streamline's back. And just in time to get the Wily 1-zip for the first time. That's his first successful Wily 1-zip we've seen today. Dxtr 3 for 3 though. Dxtr with a very unfortunate pattern from these moving platforms here. And now Dexter's turn for his stream to pause for a moment. Wonderful. So both players are going to go for the swagline kill on the Yellow Devil. Yes, you can, Andy. That's why you're here, my friend. Dxtr a little too fast on those pauses. Almost misses the one phase. That would have wasted so much time. You would be correct, Andy. I did not think of that. What would I do without my Swedish friends correcting me on everything? Oh wow, StreamLine having to do 2 phases on the Yellow Devil. That's tough. That's very tough. Sometimes StreamLine's swagline strat is a little risky if you get too low or too high of an eye. Making friends with Sweden is a dangerous game, ADF. You do not have to tell me twice. StreamLine going for the Wily 2 skips here due to the fact probably that he had such a tricky Yellow Devil kill. Really struggling with the frame he got, though. Still pulling it out. Let's see. No sub-pixel. Oh, man. StreamLine sub-pixeled. That's really tough. So basically what happened there is StreamLine got the skip, but then the game decided that it wasn't his day. Sub-pixels are pixel data that can compute your position on an even finer point than the pixels you can see, and they're largely random just due to how the NES happens to be processing at that time. And unfortunately for StreamLine, he got a really unlucky sub-pixel which pushed him out of that wall, and there was nothing he could do about that. Dxtr, yeah, and he's correct though. Dxtr is playing incredibly solidly right now. And really pulling his lead even further ahead. Even getting a fire dupe here. That's so sick. That's a really, really cool way to save a lot of ammo, as well as have really, really quick fight on the copy robot. 1637, 1636 from Dxtr coming out of Wily 2. That puts him on pace for about a 1929-ish. Should, if everything goes according to plan, mid-1920s. Could see another really fast 19 here from Dxtr. Again, going for the very safe strat here on Wily 3 skips. Understandable.
She got a lot of groceries.
Dxtr getting really unlucky there. I'm not totally sure what happened, why the first beam didn't work, but managed to get a third beam up there that worked. So he's still got one beam left for Wily 4.
And I come back and I see he has a pretty good lead, so...
Yeah, a really solid lead.
Even if the zip takes a little bit, it shouldn't be too big. But still don't want it to be bad. Alright, we're good for the fight. Hey, swag dude.
Nice. So, swag dupes are when you do more dupes than is necessary and you've got blocks left on the screen. I don't remember what the current record is. I think it's 8 dupes by White Hat. Where he
duped by White Hat.
He just kept throwing them off the screen and duping again and again and again.
Streamline missing the last two.
Dxtr again getting that zip over that spike floor there. Yes, Shelny, correct. Dxtr is going to come out with a really solid low 19 here.
Absolutely.
And a swag fire dupe. This guy's a madman. Streamline again going for these swag setups here. Not gonna have any beams left for Bomb Man again though. Mid-1920s, what did I say? That's crazy.
1926 for SRL. We'll see what Streamline gets.
Looks like he'll be just above the 20-minute mark.
Most likely.
Maybe 2012?
No. I think we can pull off a sub 2010 here.
Very nice, 2006, 2007. Not bad at all. So that's 2 wins for Dxtr, 1 win for Streamline in our Mega Man 1 Stages Tournament bronze match here to decide the 3rd place player. I think we might see 5 races, honestly. So we've got at least 1 more race here, and Streamline now on his last legs. This next race is really important. Obviously, if he loses, it's over, so he's got to go, you know, all or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So the finals, which are after this, will also be a best of 5. So you will be seeing at least 3 races from those 2 as well. Only close races so far from these 2 runners, and I don't think the next match is going to be anything different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that 2-cycle Yellow Devil for Streamline was definitely a big setback. And then getting sub-pixeled after going for Wily 2 skips definitely solidified Dexter's lead. Tough to recover after those 2 things specifically. The 2 runners now prepping for their 4th race.
Could potentially be the last.
Could potentially be the last.
Could
It all
potentially not be
depends.
the last.
Yeah, I myself am looking for a 5th race. But we'll have to see what these 2 players can do. So far we've seen that they're neck and neck. I mean, their PBs, like we said at the beginning, are tied. They both have 1850s. tied for third place. So anything can happen here. Alrighty. Alright, let's get some hype in the chat, please. We've got our fourth race coming up here in just a few moments. I want to see some team, whoever you are looking for to win this fourth race. Do you want to see the sweep out here for Dxtr closing out the best of 5 in 4 races? Or do you want to see Streamline winning this fourth race and pulling out a fifth one? Tell me in chat who you're looking for. I am excited. I know you guys are too. Team Game 5. Full 5 hype, baby.
Mega Man.
I'm going to put my dog there in the chat. It's been a while since I've seen my dog in the chat.
Ah!
Here we go.
Why not keep seeing Cutman? Because we're seeing him again.
Oh, we got a 100k from Dxtr, so that's, I believe it's, and Endy's going to correct me here. It's like 10-ish frames per 10,000 points. Something like that. Regardless, 10,000 versus 60,000 is going to lose Dxtr about a half second or a little bit less. Ooh, Dxtr missing the corner jump there. Both players getting good luck on the jumping enemies, though. Hey, I did it right. Each pellet is 1 frame, okay. So earlier when Streamline got 7 pellets in cut and Dxtr got 4, he lost 3 frames.
That's a 20th of a second.
That is a 20th of a second. Excellent mathematics. And this game runs at 60 FPS, which means that, you know, a 100,000 versus a 60,000 means a 40,000 point deficit, which is a 40 frame deficit, which is actually over half a second.
Okay, man.
Streamline just picking up that point in the corridor instead of jumping over it. 157 entry, 158 entry, respectively.
It's almost like they're close together.
So upcoming here at the end of the stage when the points scroll, this is where you lose the frames for having a higher point count. So it will take longer for the points to appear for Dxtr than for Streamline.
Yep.
So 60,003 and 100,003. So exactly 40,000 points or 40 frame difference. We're getting down and dirty into the frame data in this fourth match. I've explained everything I can about the rest of the game. We're getting into the frame data now.
So, when it comes to the frames, the reason why the framers... Wait, wrong game. I was gonna start talking about Town of Salem, but that's not the frames we're talking about.
This is not the frames we're talking about.
I mean, there is frames.
There are frames. Pictures, also in frames. Paintings, sometimes
Yeah.
in frames. But not the kind of frames we were talking about.
Eyeglasses?
Eyeglasses, sometimes in frames.
I don't
Corner
know.
jumps here.
Oh,
Wow, Streamline
no.
missing a corner jump. And Dxtr getting it, that's huge. That time loss is enormous because you have to wait for the block to appear again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to have Endy actually assist me here and tell me how many seconds that is exactly. I think it's 12. I'm pretty sure it's 12 seconds. "13", Toad says. So I wasn't too wrong.
I'm back and I see a good zip there.
Both runners getting the Magnet Beam. We've seen no Endy jails. This is good news.
Yeah, I was worried. I always get worried.
It's a nerve-wracking trick.
I'm also kind of worried because a deep, sick, twisted part of me kind of wants to see one.
What? Why? You're a madman.
Yeah.
Streamline looking for redemption on this climb. It's been giving him a lot of trouble today. Still not doing great here. He's been messing up a little bit of it, but that's the best we've seen from him so far, so he's definitely making progress there. It's a tough trick. So Dxtr with a 5:15, and Streamline with a 5:19, so 4 seconds behind, meaning Dxtr lost a few seconds from execution in a lek, and Streamline played decently solidly following his missed corner jump. If we're getting really down and dirty, you'll notice that that kill there and the first enemy was different for both players. Streamline went for the optimal strat, which requires no jumping. And the reason that you do that is because in Mega Man 1 and 2, Mega Man's running speed is actually slightly faster than his speed horizontally in the air. So as a result, you want to keep Mega Man on the ground as often as possible. It's a very slight difference, but it is a difference. And
You see,
so
that's something I actually didn't know until recently. So if you watch any of my races, just for the hell of it, to get my finger, like, active, I'm, like, doing short hops constantly.
Right. And so that's actually slower very slightly. And so, did I say decently solidly? That's sick. Both players having to go for the backup setup here, but Streamline killing the enemy's bottom half and letting the top half scroll over him is slightly faster than Dxtr killing the top half.
Mhm.
It also produces a little bit less lag. The reason behind that I'm not quite sure, but seems coincidental.
And
Neither
Streamline's
player
able
was-
to save some time from having beams, letting him do corridor zips. Look at that thing.
Look at that sink!
Dexter saves time from the not having to switch, though.
And Streamline gets my favorite glitch in the game, the one where you accidentally spawn another Mega Man full of frames in the Iceman fight. I'm a big fan of that glitch.
Speaking of frames, that's what Streamline's saving due to the score.
Yeah, I think it was a 20,000 point difference. And there's a 50,000 point difference. Dxtr with a 50, Streamline with 100. Accidental low setup there from Dxtr. Both players going to go for the first fire zip here. First long fire zip. Both players getting it. It looks like no, Streamline a little too high. Dxtr actually got subpixeled there for 2 of his jumps. The subpixel's still affecting him there, but by waiting on the beam for a moment, you can set your subpixel there.
Subpixels are great.
They are great.
No.
Dxtr again doing the ladder setup.
Streamline going for the ladder setup.
Yeah, he initially tried for the ice. Oh, wow! Dxtr messing up the fire zip. That is an incredible time loss.
Yeah. Streamline getting it. That
is one of the worst zips in the game to miss. You get reset down to this screen down here, loses a ton of time, and then you probably won't have enough beams to go for the zip again. Yeah, Dxtr taking a look at his ammo and deciding he does actually have enough beams. He just won't be able to go for any corridor zips. And again, going for a long setup.
Gets it that time.
That is a really tough time loss. And I was watching Dexter's recovery there, so I didn't really catch it, but it looks like Streamline got at least 1 corridor zip. From the time, at least. Yeah, Dxtr about 25 seconds behind now.
And for people in chat saying Game 5, I know we all want to see it, but if Dxtr can still take a death, what makes Streamline not able to?
Yeah, tough to say what's going to happen at this point. Streamline with the most solid lead we've seen either of these racers have today. 25 seconds is no small feat. Save that lead that Dxtr had going into Wily 4 in the last race.
Streamline hanging the bomb man.
Streamline with a 10:43 bomb man split. Yeah, oh man, that's tough. Dxtr falling apart at the seams a little bit here. Really struggling with this. Ends up getting the zip.
No, Cool Kid has never touched this game in his life.
Yeah, he's actually going in blind.
Yeah.
He's actually only a Rockman 2 runner. I don't know that people know this.
I think he's been looking at Rockman 4, actually.
Yeah, so he's basically, they just decided because he's so good at Rockman 2, they're just going to throw him in the mix here for the finals.
Yeah. He'll be fine.
He'll be fine. Streamline pulling it back in with a 12:15. Not bad at all. That's only 4 seconds behind his first 6 robos of the day. Dxtr getting a setup here for a long zip and guts. He's going to go into a screen wrap there. Got the grab, Game 5 hype. So it's all going to come down to the Wily stages here. Streamline just needs to play really solidly, and he should be okay. Doesn't need to do anything too crazy. And
Doesn't
gets
need
the
a
Wily
die to
1.
kill, guys. Oh my goodness, nice. Did he get that in game 3? I missed this part. Of game
He
3.
did, yes.
Oh. Dang, I missed the first.
So this screen that Streamline is in produces a lot of lag. He got one of the sort of accidental lag reduction strats, but the goal is you kill one of those top bouncy guys as you break the last block, and it reduces some of the lag that they produce by changing their animation sprites, or changing their animation frames, pardon me. Wow, Streamline wasted 2 beams right there. So he'll probably pick up a set of refills.
Maybe.
Dxtr getting the Wily 1-zip as well.
Yeah.
Dxtr probably in the mindset right now that he knows he needs to go for the Wily 2 skips.
He knows he's behind. Definitely. Like, not on. Like, even if Streamline had taken a death, Dxtr took possibly one of the most costly.
Right, exactly. And I'm not sure if these two players would be watching the stream or not. And Dxtr wasting another beam there accidentally.
I've not seen Streamline, but I have seen Dxtr in chat at some point.
Right, so Dxtr probably very aware of what his opponent is up to right now.
Yeah.
Streamline, like I said, I think is probably going to pick up one of the set of refills in the stage, but not go for Wily 2 skips. The fast set of refills to take is the one before Electman, because you have to pause to get to cut anyway, and it's closer to the hole you fall into. Decent kill. No, he's not going for it, okay. So, Streamline, very low on beams. Really cool elect kill there, I've not seen that. Alright, so we're gonna have to see what Dxtr does here. He knows he has to go for the Wily 2 skips to win. Wow, 2 drops! And he took neither.
That looks like a zip.
Struggling here. Ends up getting it.
He's through? Alright. Now I just have to get
One
through
goes.
the second one.
Wow, really fast. Okay,
Thank
so
goodness.
Dexter's gonna save, that's probably about 10 seconds, the way the first one went, maybe a little less. I would say anywhere in the range of 8 to 10 seconds is how much Dxtr just saved. So
Yeah.
there's now less than a 20-second deficit between these two players. Dxtr gets that wrap as well. $16.39 kill from Streamline, so we'll be able to see exactly how far behind. My guess is Dxtr is going to come in around the 17-minute mark, probably about 17 flat. Or wait, no, that math is completely incorrect. 17:10, I guess, is what it's actually going to be. Maybe he's further behind than I thought. I don't know, I'm bad at thinking. Yeah, about 30 seconds for Dxtr. A little more, maybe. Streamline missing his dupe, so he got 2 dupes. Dxtr struggling to get the pauses there. But Streamline only losing about 3 seconds over optimal dupes, or something along those lines. Maybe a little more due to his kill being slow on the last guy, but Dxtr gonna have to get all 3 dupes here if he wants to stay in this. 1 dupe, wow, out of the knockback. A dupe he actually had to get, but wasn't gonna give him the kill. He needs 3 dupes. Nope, okay.
Oh, yeah.
And not a great pattern from them. StreamLine's got 1 beam here for Bomb Man. And he's through. Ladies and gentlemen, assuming StreamLine doesn't do anything too crazy, I think we're gonna match.
Yeah.
One beam is all you need. Dxtr too low.
That's done.
1928! These racers are crazy!
Mm-hmm.
Bomb Man not being nice to Dxtr.
Yeah. And we have a forfeit, unfortunately, after that slip up.
Yeah, I think he's ready to just move on to the 5th race.
I don't blame him.
So GG to StreamLine, taking this to game 5. Could not have asked for a better set. Gonna get 5 races in our 3rd place match here. These 2 players neck and neck. This is crazy. I am hype. Everybody get excited. We are going to see a 5th match, and I don't think it's going to be any less crazy than the 4 we've already seen.
Me neither.
Again, make sure to stay tuned after this 5th race. We will be having the best of 5 match for the finals with Endy versus Cool Kid. That will be just after this, and joining the commentary, replacing Lori and I there, will be Big John and VCov. So stick around after this 5th race, and you'll see some crazy good commentary for some crazy good races there too. Everybody get hyped for that. But in the meantime, don't forget we've still got 1 more match here between Dxtr and StreamLine. So get excited for our 5th race. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the 2 runners are getting set up for 5th. StreamLine pulling out a last-minute win there to pull out the 4th match so that we can get a Game 5. This is crazy, honestly. Could not have asked for a better set. These players, again, are tied on the leaderboards, both 3rd place with 1850s, and we have seen not 2, not 3, but at least 4 19s out of these 2 racers combined today. So really something else coming from these 2 players, playing excellently and definitely versatile matchups for each other. Everybody, I want to see again who you are rooting for in this Game 5. Let's get some hype in the chat. I want to see I want to see Team Sweden, Team USA. I want to see Team Dxtr or Team Streamline. What are we looking at here? Who do we want to see win this 5th match? This is going to be a good one for sure. Rooting for commentators? Fair. You know what? Very fair. We're a dependable team. Team close game. We got some Team Dexters, some team seeing a lot of ND emotes there. Team community, possibly the best answer.
Mean.
Team draw. You know what? I will vote for that myself. I know we're not supposed to throw our hat in the ring, but I'm going to vote for
Did you mean ND emotes?
ND emotes. I want to see a tie between these two players. I'm team never give up.
I'm team never let you down.
That's a Finnish flag right there. All right, these runners are starting here in just a moment. Got our 5th match coming up here in the bronze match.
Both in jail in the last game.
They'd have to do another match. They'd have to do another race. Here we go, everybody. Our 5th race here between Dxtr and Streamline. First thing it comes down to is the points. Both with 80s. No free frames here. It's going to be all execution in this Cutman stage.
Oh my.
And you've got to think, Lori, that both players are nervous here, right?
What's a nerve?
What's a nerve? I think that, you know, definitely they're warm at this point. Obviously, they've played 4 games.
That's true.
But at the same time, I mean, this is nerve-wracking, right? This is the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't, you know, whoever wins this one will for sure take it. Big jug there for Streamline. Some would call it bad luck, some would call it good luck. Short hop and a missed pause there from Streamline and a big hop from Dxtr. Both players getting a lot of points drops in that corridor. Streamline opting to just pick them up. Dxtr jumping over them. Streamline almost narrowly missing that cut hit there at the beginning. That would have been really bad. The Cool Kid versus ND match will be after this final Game 5. And a high 214 from Streamline and a 217 from Dxtr.
Mm-hmm. Good start for both.
Definitely.
Lekman, we've got more challenging tech coming for you.
Yeah, for sure. The beginning half of a Lekman, like Cutman, is all execution. It's really down to, you know, your fundamentals. I do not wish ND jail upon my worst enemy. So I'm looking for no jails today. And in fact, I'm going to stop talking about it. So we got a corner jump coming up here. Streamline in there. Dxtr also in there. Looking good for both players. Streamline good. Dxtr good, no jails today. That's what I like to see.
I'm on the inside disappointed. Because I don't know. I don't know what deep, twisted part of me wanted an ND jail to happen, but it did exist.
Dxtr going for a really tricky pause jump through that first elect beam there. It's a faster setup, but much more difficult. The difference in color between the two tile sets here is not the game, it's the NESs themselves. Streamline's capturing composite from the NES, the way it naturally outputs. And Dxtr is outputting native RGB with a modification to his NES. .505 from Streamline, that's really solid. And based on the way his timer is shifting color, it looks like he's about on pace with his PB at this point, actually. And Dxtr not far behind at all. RGB setups are not cheap. You have to be able to afford the mod itself, and then you have to be able to capture the modification as well, which I believe the current method is to use that new OSSC device, but before the method was to convert the RGB into SCART and then use a SCART capture card.
I mean, it looks nice.
It looks very nice.
Just like
Dxtr gaining time! They are now neck and neck.
Look at the sync.
The iSip sync!
Oh no, Streamline. Taking a tiny bit of time there, which gives Dxtr a lead switch.
Streamline actually too low for the bad break setup, but... Oh, and then Dxtr accidentally takes the beam down with him, so neither player will get that.
Shout out
Both players getting the backup, though. So Dxtr actually had the correct pixel on the first beam, but you have to fall down and grab that big jug and then go back up. And he accidentally took the beam down with him. Streamline with no corridors, Dxtr with 1. We're gonna look at 2 sub-7 Iceman stages. 654 and a 656. That 654 is the fastest Iceman leaving today I think we've had. We might have had a 653 in the first race, but at 654 might very well be the fastest ice we've seen today. Fastest time leaving ice, rather. Streamline definitely had the fastest ice segment in the first race. Dxtr getting a little swag zip in that corridor there, saves about a... And here comes the gauntlet of fire zips. Dxtr with that nice little setup there. Both players in there.
Oh my goodness.
Dxtr getting really sub-pixeled, now they're back in sync. Dxtr going for the slower setup.
Yeah. It's crazy to see things like your fire zip setup be determining whether you're in the lead or not.
Right? It's so close. Yeah, so Streamline went for the Ice Pixel setup there that I was mentioning earlier, which is much faster, about a second or so, than the optimal ladder grab setup. And even then, Dxtr took a while, but both players getting both corridors as well. This is a crazy tight race. Streamline doing the optimal kill on Fireman. Wow. Wow, just wow. Got two sub 850 Fireman stages.
Yeah.
For Streamline, a low 840, and for Dxtr, an 846. Crazy. You know what the most insane part about that is? It is possible to get a high 1850 like that.
Wow.
Granted, everything from here on out is going to have to be pretty perfect for that to happen, but it's not out of the range of possibility. So again, differing strats here from Streamline and Dxtr. Dxtr going for the ice setup for Bomb Man, whereas Streamline does this magnet beam here to go over the Sniper Joe. Streamline in there. Dxtr been having a little trouble with this in there. Streamline not really with optimal pauses. Still a 1028 though.
Just like 10 seconds really right now.
Yep. Could not ask for a closer fifth game. Streamline, though, widening his lead a little bit. Little by little in each stage.
Yeah.
And also, another thing we haven't really talked about, Lori, is that given that this is the fifth match, yeah, they will be pretty warm, but also they've got to be tired a little bit.
Yeah, they've been playing this game for over an hour.
And it's not like they've been doing resets where they get to like take a break and everything. It's just been non-stop full game attempts.
Mm-hmm.
Streamline really wisely doing something that not a lot of people I think would notice, but he did something really smart there. He went for a zip setup and placed the last long beam, quickly realized that his last beam was too high, and instead of leaving the beam on screen, which created a little bit of lag, he placed it off screen on purpose and then kept walking.
That's nice. And neither of them got that screen wrap at the top there.
Right.
So, add him to Guts Man. Dexter's gonna have to hope for some good corridor zips. Those were good corridor zips. Normal grab.
Streamline with the fastest 6 robos of the day at 12:04.
Yeah. Crazy.
And Dxtr really not far behind at all. With what is
And yeah,
easily the
wow.
third fastest at 12:14.
Ease. That is nice.
12:04 is very fast. So now we've got the gauntlet of Wily stages. Anything can happen here, as we've seen in the 4 races that preceded this one.
Could die to Big Eyes.
Could do anything.
Don't die to Big Eyes.
Please don't.
Should be good.
Too low for Streamline. No Wily
Wow.
1-zip.
This could
Dxtr-
be really good for Dxtr, who's, I'm pretty sure, gotten it every race.
Yeah, this is
This
definitely,
one's no
and he gets it.
exception.
Dxtr known for being really consistent at that trick.
Yeah.
And just like that, the lead is no longer 11 seconds, 3 seconds.
Yeah. And nice with the little lag reduction with that one enemy.
It's these little time saves they're going to give Dxtr the edge if he keeps playing like...
Yeah. Get in the extra magnet. Guy, no blame.
StreamLine taking 3 beams to get up there.
Dxtr taking 2. Dxtr has a lot more beams.
Yeah, he's got 2 more than StreamLine at this point. Which gives him a lot more wiggle room as far as the upcoming tricks in Wily 3 and 4. I doubt either player will go for Wily 2 skips. If they want to be absolute goons, they could do it and try to widen that lead or, you know, solidify a lead, but I doubt either player will go for him at this point.
It's only a 4-second difference.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, StreamLine definitely not going for Wily 2 skips. Avoids that drop. If we're doing the skips, he would definitely pick it up. Yeah, we're not going to see Wily 2 skips in this run. Both players hoping to just play really solidly. You could theoretically go for the second one without going, but the first one is the one that saves the most time. So it doesn't really make a ton of sense to do so.
I mean, time save still time save.
Of course.
4 seconds.
Dxtr opting for this pause strat on a Lekman there. These racers are neck and neck.
Yes.
StreamLine not doing the ladder grab.
And Dxtr gets it.
Huh. It took Dxtr a second, though, so it's possible that it really won't save that much time. Unless he gets this wrap. Ooh, he got subpixeled there. Okay, so that would have actually put him right neck and neck with StreamLine there, but he got subpixeled, unfortunately, and couldn't get the second wrap. Man, can't be more than 5 seconds. Dupes are going to be huge here. The way the two players have been playing, though, I doubt either of them is going to... they'll probably just do the safe strat and go for the second zip. Yeah, okay, so StreamLine definitely opting for only the one. Didn't select Magnet, though.
There it is. There's the selection. Alright, both go into the fight.
This is going to be close.
Everything. So far, I think today in total we've seen Dxtr with better dupes here, but StreamLine starting strong. Oh, he's good already.
Wow, already with all 3 dupes.
Yeah.
Going for swag dupes like a god.
Not getting any, unfortunately. Dxtr gonna need a... Alright, he's good.
Nice, both players 3 dupes. We are in there. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. I want to see who you think is going to win this in chat. We are looking at Wily 4 as the deciding stage. These players neck and neck the entire time. 5th race, final stage of the bronze match here between Dxtr and StreamLine. This is it, ladies and gentlemen.
This is it.
Streamline with a little stream lag there, but no worries, we're back in there.
Mm-hmm. Nice zip.
Streamline good.
Dxtr good.
It's gonna come down to Bomb Man.
It is. Please, Bomb Man. He gets
Dxtr
it.
doing a fast sip. So Dxtr gaining about 2 seconds on Streamline there, I think.
Both of them getting the zip quickly.
I don't know, honestly. Streamline definitely ahead, but this fight, you know, has some variables.
Streamline, a 6-second lead.
Which way Wily moves, whether or not he gets the dupe on the fire wheel. Could be interesting to see what happens here. Will Streamline take it from being in a one-race deficit?
That was a good first phase.
Really excellent first phase from Streamline.
Yeah.
Dexter's not far behind.
Streamline's game.
Streamline takes it at 1915. That's a top 10 place, if I'm not mistaken, and Dxtr at 1922.
SRL declares Streamline 1918, Dxtr 1923.
Unbelievable races from these two, and Streamline, your third place finisher for the Mega Man 1 Stages tournament in 2018. Swagline US of A. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up again for these two runners, both incredible job. I mean, 1922 and 1915 is not something you see in races at all. Absolutely insane. And please stick around again, we have our grand finals coming up after this. Cool Kid and Endy, I expect equally insane races from those two guys. They have a long history of racing. Stick around for that, but also, I mean, Dxtr and Streamline, crazy.
I think that was a double... I think that was a double race PB for SRL.
Yeah, very possible that both of those racers pulling out the fastest SRL races that they ever have, and in this setting, at the 5th race, could not have asked for a better race. Truly incredible. It had lead switches, low 19s, I mean, absolutely crazy. Just out of curiosity, let's take a look here. That 1915 from Streamline would put him in a tie for 10th place fastest ever, and 1922 puts Dxtr only in 13th fastest ever. That puts them both in the top 15 on the leaderboards in this race. So really insane stuff.
Absolutely.
So congratulations to both runners. Lori, I'd like to thank you for joining me on commentary.
No problem. It looks like we'll be seeing if we can get either of these racers into an interview before our finals.
Wonderful. Yeah, that'd be awesome. So it looks like we're going to have at least Streamline in here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Alright.
Dxtr.
Dxtr, I just dragged you in, and we're still waiting on Streamline. There's Streamline!
GG, first of all, to
Hello,
both of you. Excellent work, you guys. Really, really excellent.
Yeah,
How
those were
are,
some great races.
You both, I imagine, are shaky right now.
Yeah, I am for sure. I know probably Dxtr might be also. Just going into Wily 3 on that last race was...
Oh gosh.
Yeah, and
insane.
both of you pulling out solid dupes. I first of all want to ask, you know, going into these 5 races, you both pulled out different strats depending on how far you were behind. We'll start with you, Dxtr. What sort of mentality did you have going into the Wily stages as far as the kind of, you know, crazy tricks you go for? For example, Wily 2 skips. What was the deficit that would make you go for that?
Well, now that this was the bronze match, and I knew that I played against Streamline, and I knew that he was gonna put on a good show, so I had to have the stream up to see how far ahead he were. So depending on if you were like maybe 10 seconds over, ahead, I would go for the Wily 2 zips. But,
right, and I believe you did that in the first or second race.
Yeah, but if it would have been like,
first race.
like 5 seconds or something, I would have gone hope for maybe get better dupes or something. But
right. And Streamline, what were you thinking about strat-wise? You know, what I saw that you started going for in the latter half of the races, the ice pixel setup for the first zip in Wily 4 to skip breaking the blocks. Was that something you wanted to do in every race, or just something you were doing when you were behind?
No, it was just something when I was feeling it at the time, basically go for it if I had enough beams. But for the most part, my strats, I wouldn't change things in the robos, depending on, no matter how the race was going.
Right.
Just because I'd probably mess it up, so I just keep things the way I like them. But then, yeah, going into the Wilies, that's when I check the stream and see what's going on.
Right.
And yeah, go for Wily 2 skips if I'm 10 or more behind. I think it's my standard strat there.
I recommend at some point in the immediate future, both of you go back and watch that Game 5, because I know you had the streams up, but I will tell you that is probably one of the closest races I have ever seen. And for it to be so low, I mean, that is 2 of the fastest times we've seen in this tournament so far, and in the 5th match. Were you both just feeling incredibly warmed up at the beginning of this 5th game, ready to go at it?
I was, feeling calm, actually, going into the last race. I knew I needed a good elec, because my lecs have been hit or miss in all the other races. So once I got out of elec with a good time, yeah, it was just crazy.
And Dexter, was there any feeling of pressure knowing that, you just had won the 3rd game, but then, Streamline comes back in the 4th. Going into the 5th, are you thinking okay, I need to switch this strat, or I need to play this differently?
Well, for the 5th match, I felt actually kind of calm because I felt warmed up at that point. The first 2 games, I were kind of cold on my hands, and I didn't all the tricks didn't really work for me. So yeah, the 5th match was probably the best one for me, actually. Even though with that 10-22 we can win with that still, but.
That's crazy, honestly, that a 10-22 doesn't win the race. You two both just really showed up for that final race.
Yeah, I think Dexter had two X's today, or was it maybe 3? But yeah, he played incredible.
Lori, do you have any?
I was just on fire.
Lori, you have any last-minute questions for these two?
You excited for the next race?
Yeah, oh yeah. Who are you thinking about for this upcoming match?
Well, Sweden has already won, so I'm good.
Yeah,
that's true.
Good point.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I mean, I can't wait.
Not.
Can't wait.
Yeah, and everybody, quick reminder: stick around, please. We have the upcoming grand finals match between Cool Kid and Endy here. First of all, congratulations to Streamline. Congrats on your 3rd place. Great races to you and Dexter. GG's for sure. But yeah, everybody, please stick around.
Thanks.
We have got the upcoming match that I think is going to be pretty insane. So stick around and enjoy. I've been Adef, and I've been joined by Lori.
Hello.
And thanks, guys, for sticking around. Dexter, Streamline again, GG's.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for commentating again.
No problem.
For sure.
Now for commentary, we're going to be passing it off to Big John and the Cobb, because they're going to be on commentary for our finale coming up very soon.
Woo.
So everybody stick around, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
What's up, everybody? Are you all ready for this? This is going to be really hard to kind of compete with what we just saw over the past couple of hours here. That fantastic bronze match that you just witnessed here between StreamLine and Dxtr. Man, that's what you wanted. 5 games in a best out of 5 situation. And we're going to try our best to keep this going because now it is time for the championship match. Who's going to take that gold medal? Who's going to take that silver? I am here. I am Big John, and I am joined along with apparently a gaming legend, the Cobb. What's up, man?
What's up, John? How you doing? Doing
great, man. I am stoked. I'm ready for this, to see this finale, to see how Cool Kid and NBC will handle this. How do you think, man? You think it's going to be a good one, too?
I mean, I was a little worried after that third place match, but then I remembered we do have the top 2 Mega Man runners in the world going at it right here.
Yes, man. If there's ever a better chance to have people with some close matches that you just witnessed, these are 2 people that make it happen here. You know, we have these 2 guys have been unstoppable. They have merged together into this finale match, and I'm pretty happy here. You know, I know Cool Kid obviously a threat to many, but Indy's like, you know what? I know Indy's going to make sure he's probably going to go for a lot of things because, you know, I don't think he wants Cool Kid to have this win now. I don't think he wants that.
No, I mean, these 2 have went back and forth in tons of Mega Man tournaments and races at GDQs, and I mean, they they don't want to lose, that's for sure.
That is for sure, man, and it's going to be fun because if you all don't know what's happening here, these people have been battling out all this month, last month, to see who is going to be to this point here. This is the best out of 5 matches, so the first to hit 3 wins is going to do it. They're going to be racing this Mega Man 1 All Stages tournament, to see who is going to take that props, that victory, that gold, that golden Mega Man 1-up statue that somebody's going to make for them, and it's going to be fun. I'm a little disappointed here that we don't have any Team USA here, though. I'm not going to say I'm lying about that one, you know.
You know, you got to hand it to StreamLine, though. He at least got us on the podium.
Yes, yeah, we're sitting on the first step there, so that's better than no steps at all, I'll tell you that. But I don't know what it is about Europe and Mega Man 1? God, man, it's like, I was talking about this with another stream. It's like, it's just some games where it's like one country just seems to dominate a game, like in every category. And apparently this is Sweden here for Mega Man 1. We need to fix that, man.
Yeah, I mean, and even going down, you've got, I mean, it's not even just the 3 of Cool Kid and Andy and Dxtr. You've got tons more in the top 10 or 20.
I know that's right, man. I know that's right, but another day, another time, we may be able to put some more countries on those top times here. But nevertheless, I think we should be pretty hyped in chat round for this going to get started. By the way, in chat, who are you all rooting for? I mean, we already know Sweden won, blah 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 blah. But who do y'all think in chat, man? Who do you think is going to take this call?
You know, I am good friends with both of these guys, and so I am Switzerland right here. We are completely neutral.
Well, I ain't neutral. I hope they both lose. How about that? No, I don't even know, man. It's just Mega Man 1 is just one of those games. If you've seen this race, I'm sure everybody in this chat has probably seen at least one of these matches where just the simplest mistake can just change a lead. You know, an unexpected death, you miss a zip here, you know, you miss a dupe. It's just crazy how many places that can alter, you know, the lead of this race. And it's going to be really interesting to see how these people can go through at least 3 of these, hopefully 5. So who's going to take away that #1 spot?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you look at the PBs, it'll be tough for Andy to pull it out. But if anyone can beat Cool Kid, it'll be Andy.
Yep, and Andy's going to have that chance because we are off here on this champion.